Hey everyone, it's Amador. And I actually made some quick cards, and this is the video response for Proudmommy702, Shireen. She is super awesome. She actually lives here in my city as well, and we've had a little Marco Polo situation going on. So Shireen, message me, lady. So I can either send these out to you, or we can meet up at the Hobby Lobby or something. Anyway, she's having a giveaway. And more than anything, I wanted to do it because her son is a Boy Scout, and they are they're collecting cards for a retirement home. If I'm not mistaken, or a hospice. I'm sorry. To give to the people that may not have so many visitors or whatnot. It's bad enough you're in the situation and then you don't have visitors or family. So, and I guess they're collecting cards like happy birthday, thinking of you. No get well cards because in case the situation isn't the best or whatever. So yeah, but not only that, the main thing is, when I was a kid, I was a Boy Scout. I started out from a Cub Scout, from a Weeble to a Cub Scout to a Boy Scout. So I think what they actually do is awesome and amazing. It teaches the kids a lot of things, a lot of skills, but not only that, like a lot of socializing skills. And I think it's super awesome. So yeah, so we used to do drives and all that stuff. But anyway, so I thought that was super cool, and I wanted to make a simple card. Oh, and it's called, her challenge is called to die for challenge, because you have to use a die. So I wanted to use a die, and I was looking through my dies, and I wanted to go the easy route, but then I'm like, okay, maybe I should pick one that I haven't used. I've never used this one. So I went ahead and used this one. This is the Alterations Bell with Pedestal. So, and it comes out like this. I wanted to make them 3D, or I wanted to make them like a little shaker kind of thing, but then the cupcake would be rolling around. You'll see what I mean. And the size of my cards are 5x5, and I wanted to make a simple card so I can make a bunch of them, mass produce them, and so more people get some. I actually made 10. They're very simple. The only thing is that since the way this die is set, and that's always a challenge, especially when you have something with the window, which it's yeah. So, and I'll show you why I made the card 5x5. This is the base of the card. I think I mentioned it in my videos. I always make a sample. I start out with a sample, or I'll cut out the items to see how they fit, if they work, and everything. And I was trying to figure out how to do it, so I had to run it from my die cut machine, because there's still enough space to do it this way. And so I did it this way so it would actually show here. So let me show you how, and actually when you face it correctly, it goes this way. So yes, and then so let me show you. So I used that. I used a bunch of papers. I used this My Mind's Eye, which was actually sent to me, and then I used this not Greeting Farm, goofball, Graphic 45. This is the Patterns and Solids from Secret Garden, and this one is Moments by My Mind's Eye. And then I also used some of these from Snap. They were just bright and colorful, so let me show you. Oh, and the stamp, which is backwards, is a stamp that I used, and it's this one. It's Have a Sweet Birthday, and that one is it's from Avery L, and I think this set is called Bonjour. But I know that Tracy has this available in the Art Attack supplies.com shop. So here is what I ended up with. So I wanted to make them simple so I can make several of them, but sweet and cute enough. And I made I made a few blues, just a few pinks, and several in yellow and one in green. So, and you'll see the simplicity of it, so that it would be easy for them to give out to people. Because even the blue ones you can give to a girl and stuff. So this is a Stampin' Up. Let me find one that's easier to see. Okay, this one is a Stampin' Up stamp. I've never even used this stamp and punch. This is and of course I think I already put it away. It is the, what is it called? That is a good question. It is right here. This one is Create a Cupcake, and it has the punch, the coordinating punch. So I used this one and that one. Now I only stamped the paper, the the cup, and the others I used just the scrap paper from this paper, because this ended up being 4 3/4 by 4 3/4, so the whole thing is 5 by 5. Here is the little pedestal. Now the pedestal, for it to fit because of the size, I had to cut it right there and then tuck it underneath, and that's done just in a gray cardstock. So this is the heavyweight cardstock from Recollections, and these papers is here's where I use a stamp, are the backs of the actual bell jars. So I got to use quite a bit of the scraps and everything, so it's quick, efficient, and I got to make several of them. I think it only took me like about an hour or so to figure. Well, actually, it took me like 45 minutes, almost 1 hour to figure it out, and then like the rest of the time to actually do the rest to do it. So it cuts out the. This is where this is how this thing is right here. How I had it cut through the die cut machine, and so it's the background paper, and you can see the ivory color is the background of it. And and then I also put acetate. I put acetate between the two layers, the background and that layer, so it looked like glass. And this is a movers and shapers die. So there's one die. So yeah, I used 2 dies. So there's that one. Here's this one. This one is from the Snap collection, and this is the back of one of the other papers. So yeah, the cool thing is of the bell jar, I would it would cut it out. So I used either the front or the back of it, and you'll see how some of the papers coordinate because the label is switched out. So yeah, so there's that one. This one is from, I think this one is from the Graphic 45 paper. And once again, and here's another little piece of paper. So you can use for a lot of those small things, you can use the scraps. I only had like half a piece of this gray paper, so I wanted to make it for the pedestal. But as you can see where the bell jar stands out, and when you move it, you can see that it has the acetate. Here is this one. And I just kind of switched out the colors with a little sentiment and the cup, the actual icing on the cupcake. Totally love this one. But yes, and I picked prints that even if they were blue, you can give it to a woman and stuff. And it's all basically the same design. Well, actually, it is the same design, same everything. So that way, it was easier to make. And here's a green one. I used this little polka dot paper, so it looked like sprinkles. And this blue one, and once again, the polka dot paper looks like sprinkles. That one was from the Snap from Simple Stories. So yes, and here's another one. This one is the My Mind's Eye. And this one is from the Secret Garden. So yes, and like I said, I made several yellow ones. That way, it can be used for either a boy or a girl. But those are my cards. And I can't remember, Shireen, if I needed to send the envelopes or not. But nevertheless, I do have them because that was another thing I wanted to make sure that I fit into several envelopes. I do have several envelopes always on hand, and these are 5.5 by 5.5, so they'll fit perfectly even with the dimension. And yeah, so hope you guys like them. Go ahead and check out our channel. Shireen, I'm going to message you to see how I'm going to get these to you. And like I said, really cool thing that your son is doing. I think that is awesome. So yeah, I can't think of, did I say everything? I'm looking on my desk because I cleaned it up, and I hope I didn't put something away before I actually showed it to you guys. But so yeah, so I used my dies, and so there we go. And I also wanted to say one more thing, Shireen. Shireen, I wanted to do these just because I wanted to do these. So don't worry about including me in the giveaway. So there's more chances for everybody else to win. Because I am fortunate enough to have many dies, and I want other people to have stuff to be able to craft with too. Like if I was going to win anyway, right? You guys are probably thinking, wow, isn't he a pompous butt? Like he thinks he's already won it. Like, oh no, please. But, so yeah. So because I just wanted to do it because it's a really cool thing that your son is doing. So yes. So I will talk to you guys soon, and check out our channel. Bye everyone.